Okay, let's start the class. Okay, good evening. Where is it? Share screen. Entire screen share. Okay. Okay, for today. Wow, how can I? Should be okay like this. Okay, so for today I will talk about neural network, TensorFlow, Keras, and basically, oops, sorry, how to replace the linear regression and stuff like that using neural network. Okay, uh, but this will be very simple, so hopefully it will be very easy for you. If you have any question, feel free to put it in the chat. But before I continue, I like to show you your grades. So this is the grades. Okay, a little bit difficult to see. I think it's better to see it here. Okay, so this is the grades. Uh, Francisco's. If you I need your help, please tell. I think this will be 3%, not 4%. Gita Paramita, Yosia Victor Mahendra, and Su Dejuan to do. So Su Dejuan is close to okay, but I think he's okay. I think Professor Wiranto will be very generous to give mark. But I think he's okay. But Gita Pramita and Joshua Victor Mahendra, please tell them to do the exam. The rest is okay. For those who wants to get an A, feel free to do more exam. It's free anyway, so you can do as many exam as you like. I really hope all of you will get an A from me. Okay, so Gita Paramita and Joshua Victor Mahendra, let them know to do the exam because right now their mark is 0. So this is I'm in trouble. If your mark 0, I'm in trouble. Okay, so that's the mark. Don't save. Okay, now let's continue to neural network. Okay, basically I will use ChatGPT to generate the code and play around with the code using Google Colab. Okay, so I will make a new notebook in Google Colab. Okay, where is it? Where is this guy? Okay, that's the guy. Okay, now all we have to do is just type the script, basically similar to the previous example last week. But last week we used like normal linear regression. Right now I will use neural network, so we can deal with more complex data and stuff like that. Okay, but right now I will use like small data. Basically create Python script to do neural network uh, regression on simple linear data. Simple linear uh, generated data. Okay, linear means we have only like x and y, so two variable. That's it. Okay. Maybe later we can make it more difficult by adding more column to the data. Okay. we can save the file as neural network linear regression and run it using Python neural network linear regression. Okay. On this one, we'll use Google Colab. So maybe I have to revise the prompt to tell the ChatGPT that I will use Google Colab. Okay. Let me see. Let's try this one first. Hopefully, we will be able to run these things. So basically, we need to import all the subroutine we need, and also we import TensorFlow. Okay, within TensorFlow we import Keras. So Keras is more what's that? Machine assembly language basically. TensorFlow. uh, so that's it, and then we generate the random linear. Okay, this one make linear data with 500 samples. A is 3, B is 2. So it's basically the equation is like this: ax plus b plus noise is y, and it will return x and y. So it will generate x equal to random variable, and this is the noise, and the whole thing is like this: y is equal a times x plus b plus noise. So we have y, and then so basically this line will call this, and we have x and y, and then we split x and y into x train, y train, and x temporary, y temporary. Let us see what's the splitting. Oops. Maybe I copy the code and put it in the this one. Okay. Okay, that's so we can easily read. So basically, we split the train and test, and the test size is 30%. So 70% used as training data, 30% used as test data. It's okay. And then this one, okay. So the temp data, is split again. So this is interesting. Why is split the temp data? Okay, so basically temp data we have this one. This is like training data for the. This is interesting. Why this subroutine use this something like this? So anyway, this is what happened. It split twice. It do double split like this. Okay, that's okay. And then this one, basically, it tries to standardize, normalize the value. Okay, it's normalize the value, so it will, and then this is interesting. This is so complicated. Wow. Oh, okay. This is ChatGPT. No wonder it's so complicated. I forgot. Okay. Okay. ChatGPT is so complicated. We will do. We'll redo again using Grok. Grok is much simpler than ChatGPT for this kind of thing, because ChatGPT is very complicated. I don't know why it always does something like that. Okay, so this is the subroutine we need, and then we create the random data here. So the random data is 2 times x plus 1 plus random, and then we get x and y, but the interesting, it normalize the x, so the value is between -1 and 1. Okay, and then so basically we get the x and y, and we split the test and train to 20% of the data used as test and 80% used as train data, and then we build, so this one is much simpler than the ChatGPT. ChatGPT is so complicated. I don't know, the mindset is, so this one is much simpler. We can build the neural network. This basically we have 3 layers, and the first one have 16 neuron, and the second one is 8 neuron. The output layer is only one output, because we basically we try to model y. Okay, and then we compile model using Adam. The loss function is mean square error, and the metric used is mean absolute error, and we can using the okay, we fit the model using the train data. Okay, so we have the model after this, using the train data. It was that the algorithm will stop do the calculation after 100 times. Okay, so and then to evaluate the model, we can predict using the X test. So we have X test and Y test, but use the X test, we can get the X prediction. So basically we have two Y prediction and Y test, and we can compare these two values, Y prediction and Y test, and we can get the mean square error. Okay, so it will store the mean square error for the whole array of Y test and Y prediction, as well as the R square score. So we print both and plot. Okay, it plot the training history for each training process, and also plot the final results. Okay, let's copy this one. This one much more simpler. Okay, so I guess so the suggestion for all of you, if you want to play around with these things, maybe it's simpler using Grok rather than ChatGPT. So I will remove this one. Paste it. Sorry. Wrong. Okay, let's do it again. Copy. Paste. Okay. So basically, generate the seed, generate the data, create the data set, split 20% use as test, 80% for training data, build the neural network, compile the model, train the model using the train data, and then evaluate the model, print, plot basically. Okay, we run the whole thing. Let us see what happened. Executing 12 second, 14, 15. Oh, because we have like what, 500. Yeah, we have like 500. How many data is this? Oh, only 100. Oh, 1000. No wonder it takes times. Okay, this is the calculation. So we calculate up to like 80, 90. We can see the loss. The mean square error is starting from 9 point something, 123 point something, goes down to 0 point something. So this is how it looks like. So basically, we converge around 20. It's okay. So it converges around 20, and this is the result. So this is the data, and this is the line. Okay. So basically, yes, we get the model. It's okay, and this is the model. The model is sequential, and then we have 18 node in the front end, and then we have 8 node in the middle and 1 node at the end, and all of these things using ReLU. Okay, we can always change this to others. Okay, for example, we can do some experiment here. So I like to do some experiment. This is like 100. I want to reduce it into like 40. Okay, to make it faster. Okay, now so we can have several activation function. We can right now we use ReLU. What happen if we change the activation function? So if you play around with the source code, we can experiment what happen if we do something like that. So we can ask Grok, what is the activation function option? Okay, so I like to check what is the activation function. So we can have linear, we have ReLU, we have sigmoid, tangan hyperbole, softmax, leaky ReLU, ELU. So ReLU, leaky ELU is very similar. Okay, so we can change the activation function using that one. So we can change using this one basically. Okay, so we can change this. So we can always ask why ReLU is used in linear data rather than the other activation function. Okay, so ReLU is used in linear data. Okay, okay. Why we use this? Okay, because we have to deal with the noise introduced in the linear data like this. So ReLU will introduce some non-linearity in the hidden layer, allowing the neural network model to be able to cope with the deviation of the data. Okay, ReLU is not linear. It's basically a diode. If you are an electrical engineer, electronic engineer, is basically diode characteristics. So it can handle some non-linearity in the data. So basically, ReLU is computational simple. Okay, only require comparison 0 or X. There is no leaky or nothing. This makes the training faster compared to the other activation function, which involve exponential operation. Okay, so for simple data set, ReLU is more preferable. Okay, sigmoid and tangan hyperbole will suffer for vanishing gradient, where gradient become very small for large or small input, and then showing the learning process. So this is not preferable for linear data. Okay. Okay. You can. So I will change with Liki Relu, for example. It's not pure Relu. What's the name of Liki Relu? Liki Relu, this one. So I will change that into Liki Relu, and what happened? Okay. This is not pure Relu. This one. So this is Maghrib time. So I will run the software. To make it faster, I will not. So I will select like 400 samples. Oh, I have to keep 1,000 because it should be the same with the previous one. Okay, but the activation I changed the activation function using Relu. So in Relu, we understand that it converts around 20 iteration, 20 epoch iteration basically. Okay, let's run again, see what happened. But while running, I will uh, do my Maghrib prayer. Oh, it's only like 40. See what happened. Wow, see this? So the previous one, let me see if I can. Okay, okay, see this? In the previous one, it converts around 20. Now, it converts much faster. So Ricky Relu basically will perform a little bit faster. So you can play around with the activation function, and you can check what happened with the behavior of the algorithm. Okay. Okay. I will take a break. Like I will take some prayer. So we will continue our class around what 6:10. Okay. Yeah, I think around 6:10. Okay. So I will stop my class break right now.